We are back. That's right. We are back to Football 101. That's right. I am the Beetle. And we are officially back. This is after the draft, after round one. The draft was last night, and I did an actual YouTube live stream, and oh man, I was struggling through the live stream. I have to admit, I was struggling through. I thought I had everything set up, but this is Football 101 after the draft. Analysis of the first round. I'm going to cut through the chase on this special video because I know many of you have heard all the analysis. You did your evaluation, and I'm going to give you my take on the first round selections just last night. Yes, just last night, and see the players, how they reacted, the family, how the coaching staff reacted, management, and what I observed during the past 24 hours. So this is going to be a quick wrap up with, and I'm going through, let me just say, I'm going through again my books, draft, NFL draft, you see this, and looking at where the prognosticators decided to pick some of these selections and how the general managers decided, no, they're going in a different directions. So with all those mock drafts, and yes, I guessed a little bit myself and got a few selections right, but most of the things I got wrong, and so did Mel Kiper, by the way. Okay, so forget about the draft, mock drafts. Here's how it ran. Here's how it went down. And please like and subscribe my videos. Please like and subscribe my video, because I'm coming from a real fan. I'm coming from the real deal, because I'm still into this. This is I'm getting ready to turn on night number 2, and let me just give a quick shout out to Cleveland. Cleveland, Ohio, the Dogs, Cleveland Browns. They held it in Cleveland, and they were rocking. It's a place where the rock and roll Hall of Fame is. And of course, I'm from Ohio, by the way. But anyway, give props to Cleveland and the production. I was going back from NFL Network with Rich Eisen, and then on ESPN with Greenberg. And I give props to Greenberg hosting that. He did a great job breaking it down. So again, here's going to be my assessment. I'm going to try to go through this very rapidly and give you Football 101's assessment of round 1 of the NFL draft. Okay, here we go. First pick, Trevor Lawrence, of course. Trevor Lawrence going to Jacksonville, and let me just say, he's such a gentleman. He was with his family and his wife, and they just celebrated. He's so genuine. Then I saw today when he flew into Jacksonville, Duval, in the area, Duval as they call it in the local district. The fans were there. Young kids were there celebrating his arrival. Even the owner came out and greeted him, hugged him. He is like an icon already. Urban Meyer picked Trevor Lawrence, and he's really going to change the culture and elevate the Jaguars for the next number of years. And I have to say that was a great pick, because it's just not his football skills, it's what he's going to do for that entire area, the entire region. So Trevor Lawrence, he deserved to be the number 1 pick. Didn't get the Heisman, and he's been a superstar for several years. And as I get more and more about his background, give the guy credit. I mean, come on. We don't know if he's going to be a superstar in the NFL, but I'll tell you some other side news that I heard, and I mentioned it last night in the live stream, but I don't know if you heard it. But anyway, Trevor Lawrence, number 1. Number 2, Zach Wilson. The craziness about Zach Wilson from BYU, went to the New York Jets. He looked prime time. He came out. He was there in Cleveland, sporting a great suit and everything. And let me just say, he's ripe. Excuse me. He's ripe for the New York media, New York audience. And I think Zach Wilson will make a great fit for the new head coach. So give props to Zach Wilson, looking good, looking prime time. He's ready to go, and he's talking the right stuff. And I think he's ready just to get into another environment. He's from BYU, Utah. Let me just say this. He's been in Utah. I'm not gonna say anything bad about Utah, but he's been to Utah. He's ready to go to big time New York City. has an experience that's going to hit him like a big splash in the face, and I think he's prepared for it. So props to Zach Wilson. Okay, third pick. Here's the big prize. Here's the big challenge. San Francisco 49ers. Last night I thought they were going to go to what I've heard from Mel Kiper, but the 49ers went to Trey Lance. Trey Lance from North Dakota State. Really a nice gentleman, great gentleman. He was crying, quite frankly, in the green room. And he's a nice gentleman, a super talented. He has all the skills, and he presents himself highly professional. He's ready for the big stage, and I believe he's going to be nurtured very well in San Fran, and he's going to see action. Obviously, the first year, if not start, maybe in the second or about the third, fourth game behind Garofalo. If they don't get rid of Garofalo before then, but they traded up. They want to Shanahan and Lynch want to create a different atmosphere, and Trey Lance is really a much better fit than Mac Jones would be. But again, Trey Lance, give props. The the third quarterback, and projected even beyond a lot of the prognosticators. But when the management saw Trey Lance work out, he has all the upside and beyond. So give props to Trey Lance. Really like it. Fourth pick, Kyle Pitts went to the Falcons from University of Florida. He's prime time. Kyle Pitts, he is just a superstar, and he has all the super skills. And it seems like the Falcons are still going to try to keep Matty Ice around for another year. Oh man, I would have cut my losses with Matty Ice. But looking at the Falcons, they were happy with Kyle Pitts. I saw the owner there, and he was happy. I think he's just ready for something fresh. I feel for Atlanta. I feel for the Falcons. Kyle Pitts is a superstar. The Falcons really need a defense now. I don't care how many offensive weapons they're going to have. They don't have a defense. They just don't have a defense. And I believe the new coaching staff will be ready to use Kyle Pitts in a lot of different ways. Next, fifth pick was Ja'Marr Chase. Ja'Marr Chase, the first wide receivers going to the Bengals. And I picked that. I picked Ja'Marr Chase because of Burrow already being the quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals. He comes back and he reunites with his former teammate from LSU, Ja'Marr Chase. Very nice gentleman. Well-groomed gentleman, and he was very happy. Ja'Marr Chase. Then there was he has style points, by the way, too. Ja'Marr Chase, style points in the green room, coming out looking prime. Look at pride. The brothers were primed. Let me just say, the brothers in the green room in Cleveland, man, they were primed up. They had their suits on. They had their style points. They had they're just a look. And they were ready. He was Ja'Marr Chase. He's an entertainer. He's gonna bring a lot of swag. He's gonna be a lot of swag. He's gonna loosen up Burrow, by the way. Burrow's kind of, Midwestern type. He wants to be loose, but with Ja'Marr Chase, they're gonna shake things up. I think that's exactly Ja'Marr Chase. Burrow is so happy that Ja'Marr Chase is there. It's gonna loosen Burrow up. And watch out for this tandem. Burrow and Chase, they're going to be out there swinging it. I mean, and really at the top of the league. So watch out for Ja'Marr Chase with Burrow. Sixth pick, Jalen Waddle. Another wide receiver, going to the Dolphins from Bama. And I predicted Waddle to go to the Dolphins. I figured he would be the next wide receiver off the board. Great fit. Waddle goes with Tua. Again, teaming wide receivers up with fellow quarterbacks, Waddle teaming up with Tua, former Alabama, and so Tua will feel much more comfortable. Jalen Waddle, I think he's a great fit. He's a playmaker. He has speed, and I do mean speed. And so watch out for that great tandem of Tua and Waddle. Then the seventh pick was Penei Sewell from Oregon. From Oregon tackle. Oh man, you should see the celebration of his family. I believe he's from Hawaii, and his family just so very close knit family. The celebration, they were just overjoyed, and it was nice to see him with his family. And Penei Sewell, an awesome tackle for Oregon. He will fit well with the Lions, bringing that grit to Detroit. Bringing that grit to Detroit. So that was a great pick by the Lions. Great job, Lions, for the head coach, Dan Campbell, to start off his coaching regime and being physical. And that's where initially there was talk that Devontae Smith was going to the Lions. I said, no, please don't, because that would be a disaster. But they picked Penei Sewell, tackle, Lions, to help out, actually, the quarterback to protect their new quarterback coming from L.A. So then the eighth pick, J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn, a cornerback. Hello. Give props to the cornerbacks. The corners in the world. Yes, J.C. Horn coming from University of South Carolina, going to the Panthers. And there was speculation after the Panthers traded away Bridgewater, speculation that the Panthers were going to pick a quarterback, even though they got Darnold. But they decided to go with J.C. Horn, prime-time corner from University of South Carolina. Great pick. The ninth pick, Patrick Surtain II. Hey, another cornerback. What can we say? Yeah, bringing the DBs in the first round. Patrick Surtain going to the Broncos. Patrick Surtain from Bama. Again, elite athlete, great skill set, one-on-one, trail technique, puts his arms out and manages and controls the wide receiver. Great technique. And of course, he learned that, most of it, from his dad, Patrick Surtain, who played in the league for several years. And I do remember Patrick Surtain. He was a physical, a bit smaller DB, but Patrick Surtain the second, he's taller and more rangier than Patrick Surtain, his father. So, again, great pick by the Broncos. And by the way, Broncos are known for DBs, just such as my boy Champ Bailey. Hello, Champ Bailey. Several years ago, Champ Bailey, DB. So Patrick Surtain II goes to the Broncos. 10th pick. The next pick, Devontae Smith, goes to the Heisman Trophy winner, goes to the Eagles, and teams up with Jalen Hurts. My boy Jalen Hurts. So Devontae, let me get this out. Devontae Smith, yeah, he's a wiry type of wide receiver, smallish. He's not small in height, but small in in physical build. He has a big chip on his shoulder. He still has a big chip on his shoulder, and he's going to the Eagles. And let me just say, he's got to have a thicker skin, because when he goes to the Eagles, they're going to expect a lot from him. He may fit in the mode of a Deshaun Jackson used to be with the Philadelphia Eagles, came back, left, and then came back. The Eagles need wide receiver help badly. Let me just say this. I'm going to be on record for this. I'm glad Jalen Hurts has his former teammate, Devontae Smith. Again, they only played together 1 year, barely 1 year. And let me just say, Jalen and Smith, they'll do fine, but not spectacular. Again, that means Devontae Smith is in the NFC East. Think about it. And I don't think Devontae Smith even thought about that. He's in the NFC East. That's a physical physical division. He's playing outside in Philly. In Philly. It's cold. Devontae's from the South. He's from Bama. He's from the South. He's got to get used to the cold fast. Because they got to play New York Giants in the cold. They got to play all those cold weather teams. They got to play Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, that's protected. But again, who else is there? The Washington team. I'm just feeling it. I feel for Devontae, but he has a chip on his shoulder really big. So I just hope he tempers it. I hope he eases up and becomes a professional. But he has to have a thicker skin. Man. and he showed it again last night in the interview. So let me move on. Next, the surprise. Here's the surprise. The Bears select up. They traded up. And they picked Justin Fields. Justin Fields from the Ohio State University. Via Georgia, that is. Justin Fields gets his props. He will start instantly in Chicago because the coaching staff need to make a splash. They got rid of their quarterbacks, and they have Andy Dalton as a backup now, or startings, whatever. But Justin will get the start, and Justin will be used to even more so of the cold weather. He played in Ohio. He's used to it. I think people will be surprised of how Justin Fields is an instant impact. You will be surprised. He's a playmaker, and he's used to cold weather in the NFC Central. He's going to be in the NFC Central with Green Bay Packers, and he's representing the Bears. He's going to play Minnesota Vikings, Detroit Lions. So, yes, he will fit, and he's physical. He can take the punishment. So I think that's a great fit. Watch out for Justin Fields. Now, he has a chip on his shoulder, but he handles it well. So watch out for Justin Fields. That's my pick. As one of the quarterbacks that will surprise everyone, Justin Fields. Yes, there's going to be pressure on him to perform immediately, but I think he's a person that is ready to step up to the next level and showcase his skills even more so. So, and he will put the work in. He will put the work in. And it was nice to see him with his family once he was just so overjoyed with his family. His family is just very sincere. So Justin Fields, props going to the Bears. Okay, I'm going to have to speed up. I'm 18 minutes in. I said I was going to wrap this up. I got to wrap this up real fast. Then there was a 12th pick, Micah Parsons, Penn State, going to the Cowboys. Now, that was an excellent pick by the Cowboys, Jerry Jones and the team. Micah Parsons, Penn State, his head coach at Penn State, James Franklin. I mean, Micah Parsons always wanted to be with the Dallas Cowboys. That brother is skilled. That brother is scary. And he looked great in the green room, by the way. He was overjoyed. He's a sincere athlete. Watch out. He is a superstar by none. He will be a Hall of Famer. Yes, I call it. Micah Parsons will be a Hall of Famer before his career is done. He is that good. Coming from Penn State, the tape I saw him, every time I see him, he's just a class act. So Micah Parsons, Cowboys. Next, Rashawn Slater, tackle, great kid, going to the Chicago Chargers from Northwestern. That kid is so nice. He had a great outfit in the green room. Very sincere, very genuine. Really like Rashawn Slater as tackle. He's got skill. He's got the feet, the quick feet as a tackle. He gets around. The tape I see. So Rashawn Slater, great pickup for the Chargers. Next pick went to the Jets. Elijah Vera Tucker. I don't know much about him. He's a guard at USC. Next pick. Here's the biggest controversy. Mac Jones. Mac Jones from the Bama going to the Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots did sit there and said, you can tell they just said, they're not going to trade up. I thought they would trade up, but when they saw Mac Jones slide, they just said, we're going for him. And as a matter of fact, I thought they would go up and get, the word was they were going to get Justin Fields. But once Justin Fields was taken by the Bears, that was their next choice. And I do believe the Patriots were going to pick Justin Fields. They decided not to trade up. They've already traded a couple of draft picks, but they got Mac Jones. And let me just say about Mac Jones, it was cute. It was cute that he tweeted out his picture with no t-shirt on, just like Tom Brady when he was drafted. That's cute. Mac Jones comparing himself to Tom Brady. That's cute. Okay. I wouldn't put that much pressure on myself right up front. That's cute, Mac Jones. I know he's a comedian. I know he's he likes to crack jokes all the time. Mac Jones is a great, I'm just saying, a very good quarterback in the scheme. He has to sit behind, he has to sit and learn. And from my boy Cam Newton. Now Cam, they're making this the team more of a running team. They brought in 2 tight ends. Now think about it. The Patriots brought in 2 tight ends, did not draft a wide receiver yet, so they were expecting more of a run game. So I know they were trying to get Justin Fields and not give out too much. But guess what? Now they brought in Mac Jones, and Mac Jones is a pocket quarterback. So that's going to be interesting how that plays out. So Mac Jones, taper your ego down. You're not Tom Brady. I know everyone, these athletes come in, some of these just come in big head. Mac Jones, you're no Tom Brady. That's the biggest thing I saw. Mac Jones, you're no Tom Brady. And I know all the Bama fans and SEC just thought Mac Jones is a superstar. He's a pocket quarterback, but he's no Tom Brady. Again, there's only one GOAT. There's only one GOAT. He has how many champions? 7. There's only one GOAT. There's only one GOAT. Okay, let me move on. Then, 22 minutes. Oh, I got to go. Then next pick, Xavier Collins, outside linebacker from Tulsa to the Cardinals. He's a freak. He's a freak. Man, he's a superstar in the Cardinals. Great pick. Next pick, Alex Leatherwood from Bama, tackle to the Raiders. Raiders are determined to get a tackle for their quarterback. They said there's a lot of question mark about that, but I think he's a good player. Then next pick, Jalen Phillips, edge rusher from Miami, going to Miami Dolphins. Then next pick, Jamin Davis, linebacker from Kentucky, going to the Washington football team. Next pick, Kadarius Toney, wide receiver from Florida, going to the Giants. That was a great pick. Again, the Giants need offense. That was a great pick. Toney is a real deal. He's a game changer too. Then there's Kwity Paye for a defensive end going to the Colts. That was such sincere celebration. Kwity Paye from Michigan, you got to get what he went through his life to get there and to be picked. That was very emotional. He went to the Colts. That was a great pick by the Colts. They have a superstar right there in Kwity Paye. Next, Khalid Farley, defensive end from Virginia Tech, going to the Titans. Then next, Christian Darrisaw, offensive tackle going from Virginia Tech, going to the Vikings. Then, oh my gosh, here's probably the pick, one of the picks. I have to give it up. I hate the Steelers, but they picked Najee Harris, running back from Bama. Wow. That was a pick. Najee Harris will be a superstar. He's like Franco Harris built. He is a turn. He will do everything and more. First downs. Look out, Browns. Look out Cincy. Look out, Ravens. Najee Harris is a game changer for the Steelers. And I don't like the Steelers. But Najee Harris, he looked good too. he was with his home and back home. Had his white, he had a nice suit on, and then he had a white turtleneck. Check the video. The brother was styled. He had his dreads going, but he was styled. He put on his hat for the Steelers. He was styling. He looked good. Yeah, I gotta give it up. Najee Harris, superstar. He's gonna do well with the Steelers. He's a game changer. And Roethlisberger, get your butt up and work and get your. I'm gonna say this nicely. Come on, Roethlisberger. He may give you another year because you're gonna see how this superstar Najee he prepares. He's the real deal. So I was excited for Najee Harris. Next was Travis Etienne coming right afterwards, going to the Jaguars and teaming up with Trevor Lawrence, fellow Clemson. That is an excellent pick by Urban Meyer. Etienne, Travis, he hasn't even developed his skill sets fully because Clemson only used him to a certain extent. Now he's with the professionals. He can elevate his game much more so. And watch him get worked in there by Urban Meyer. And let me just say, Tebow, the big announcement, Tebow from Jacksonville has been working out as tight end, taking passes from quarterbacks with Jacksonville. And watch out for Tebow, yes, I said Tebow, coming out of retirement and playing for the Jacksonville. What is going to be crazy? Urban Meyer's going to throw everything at you. So, but Travis Etienne, great acquisition. Next, Greg Newsome, cornerback, Northwestern to the Browns. Great pickup. Rashid Bateman, next selection. Minnesota wide receiver going to the Ravens. Then Bateman Turner from University of Houston going to the Saints. Then Eric Stokes, quarterback, going from Georgia to the Packers. Great pickup for the Packers. Then Greg Rousseau from Miami, edge rusher, going to the Bills. A very good selection for the Bills. Very good, because he's a great edge rusher. Then Jason, Odafe Owu, going from Penn State, another Penn State pass rusher, going to the Ravens. Great job, Ravens. And then the final pick of round one was Joe Tryon, going from Washington, outside linebacker, going to the Bucs. He's going to back up our starting linebackers. Yeah, he's going to back up. So, again, that was good. Providing more defense. That's what wins championships. Again, the Bucs should continue to draft defensive players. So there you go. I finished this up within 30 minutes. That's my interpretation, assessment of some teams did an outstanding job. Other teams did other set of teams did poorly. But teams I said that was did surprisingly well. I'm going to give it up. The Steelers, great selection round one. Of course, the Jaguars with 2 selections, great selection. Ravens did a good job too. The Ravens did a good job, and I think another team that really excelled in their choice on the first round. Let me say the Bears. The Bears stepped up and got Justin Fields, as well as the Bengals did a great job in their selection, and I would have to say also. Who the final standout who was truly impressed me. I already said Zach Wilson. He's going to do well. I don't know who's going to. Oh yeah, and here it is. Micah Parsons, the Cowboys. I have to give it up to Cowboys. Teams that I don't like, they did well in their selection, at least on the first round. So I'm going to give props. But again, that's Football 101 assessment of round number 1 of the draft. And after all the entire draft is over with, I probably will follow up. So I didn't want to do another live stream because I'm got to get my live stream better. But I wanted to send out my message for the draft 2021 draft. This is Football 101. We still bringing it, and we still hyped up about the draft. Let's do this. See ya. We out.